Hello, my name is Myra and I have a book buying problem. All jokes aside, hello, my name is Myra. Welcome to another video. So today I wanted to talk about just my reading goals. I wanted to show you my reading journal, and I also wanted to do a mini book haul towards the end. I still am on a book buying ban. However, I have an explanation as to why I bought the books that I bought. But first things first, I want to go ahead and show you guys my reading journal, talk about my reading goals for 2024 and kind of where I'm at. Now, full disclaimer, reading is not a competition. It's not a race. Reading more or less than other people doesn't make you better or worse. If you read one book in 2024, good for you. If you read no books in 2024, that's fine as well. Reading should be for fun. It should be something that you enjoy. I will say, I have noticed that for me personally, having a reading goal has limited my time that I spend just either watching TV or mindlessly scrolling on my phone. Instead of, say, being on my phone for 3 hours, I'm maybe now on my phone for an hour because the other 2 hours I'm spending at reading. So there definitely is perks to having a reading goal and just kind of having something to try to obtain. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my reading journal and my goals and all that good stuff. This is actually technically a reading journal slash planner. This is by Little Inklings design. She is an artist in Canada, and she usually releases these around end of November, December, and they start to ship throughout the month of December, right in time for January. So I chose this one. I love black. Like, black is just such a beautiful color, but I also really like the design. I like the fact that it's, you know, some white design here. It has the gold foiling, the gold little cord here. It's pretty thick. It has all the months here. And yeah, if you were to want to see like a full flip through, she does have it on her channel. So I will leave her name below and you can kind of look through the planners if you kind of want to think about that for 2025. But anyway, it's my first year buying an actual like reading journal slash planner, and I really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the main page that I use. One of the biggest ones and the one that I really have a lot of fun with is the reading goal tracker, which looks like this. So at the top, as you can see, my reading goal for this year is 80 books. I read about 70 something last year. I had a couple DNFs, so I feel like 80 was like totally obtainable for me. And again, it's not a end of the world thing for me if I don't hit 80. It was just something that I felt I could realistically do and try to challenge myself to hit. So I did buy some stickers. So I do have stickers on here, and it just kind of has like if it's a physical book, if it's a Kindle or like an ebook, and then if it's an audiobook. So this is currently where I'm at. I have been writing now the book that I'm reading on here. I do track him also on Goodreads, but on here, at least I know, like for example, I was recently listening to the American Roommate Experiment on audio. I actually finished it, but I put audio on there so I know which icon to put. And then I'm also reading an ebook, so I put that on there as well. So this is something that is really fun. I sometimes try to match the icon with like the cover of the book, like that same color. But otherwise, like if I see it's too much blue or too much pink, like I try to kind of insert other colors. But this is what I use to just track my progress. Right now I'm at 31 out of 80, and according to Goodreads, I'm like 5 books ahead of schedule for the year, which again is fine, but it's just for fun. She also has the A to Z challenge. On here though, it looks pretty blank. I'm pretty sure I have more books that I can put on here, but I'm kind of saving this for my higher rated books. Preferably 5-star, but if not 5-star, anything from like 4.5 stars. Which actually, if you guys have any recommendations for any books that start with like the harder letters, like W, X, and Z, please let me know. Or any other ones, honestly, that you see on here, but I feel like those might be, actually U also. So any with like a U, a V, a W, an X, or a Z, let me know so I can put that on here. But again, I'm saving this for like my higher rated books. I also did the 24 books in 2024. I have highlighted here the 2 that I have read that are on my list, but there's a lot of these that are still on my TBR that I haven't read. This is not really like a deal breaker for me, but out of the 2024 or out of the 24 books that I want to read this year, I've only really read 2. I started Love Theoretically. I'm about to start on Bride pretty soon, and there's some other ones that I will definitely be reading as the months come along because I am going to a book signing and there's some authors on here that are going to be there. So I'm gonna try to get through this. The other one, and this one's super fun, is the 2024 Fully Booked Reading Challenge. So this one just has different prompts that you can use to fill it up. And I didn't know how I was gonna do it, if I was gonna try to draw the cover, but what I ended up doing is I just print the book cover, and it is sticker on the back, and I just stick them on there. And if anything that I'm reading that I feel like can go there, I write them down just so I kind of know. It does print out 4 at a time, so once I have 4, I print out the sheet and then I update it on there. If you want to see clips of just me assembling it and putting it together, I do have that on TikTok. Shameless plug, I guess, but that's really where I update my planner and I show that all on there. Another challenge that she has is on the cover reading challenge, and this one again is just things that you can find on the cover and any books that have that. I do have some empty spots here for any books that have fruit, a road, a clock face, an earring or a ring, a utensil, or a writing utensil, a bridge, a door, which actually there is one that I already found with the door, and then glasses. So again, if you guys know of any books that are really good, that you really like, that have any of those items, let me know. I am more than happy to take your suggestions so that I can fill that out. She has a genre reading challenge and a read through the ages challenge. I think the genre one will be fairly easy. I've read a lot of fantasy and I've read a lot of romance. I just haven't filled those out. I haven't read anything science fiction-y. I mean, I guess I can make some count. Contemporary I have. Poetry. Does Taylor Swift count? Let me know. But I also like mystery, suspense, nonfiction, horror, thriller, and classics. I feel like I'll be able to like fit those in throughout the year. The one that I'm worried about though is the read through the ages, because there's books here for like books set be like in 1869, and the 1870s or 1880s, 1890s, and like the 2010s or 2020s, which I think that would be kind of easy. But then like the future, and I'm just like, again, if you guys have any for like the 50s, the 70s, the 90s, whatever, let me know. I will be. Actually, the 2000s, Binding 13, that was set in 2005. Okay, see, there you go. This is why it's good to like talk about your goals and stuff. That's probably not what the experts mean, but it's still good, you know? And then last one that I'm going to show you guys is the Around the World Reading Challenge. So this one just kind of has a map, and you can put the title of any book that you've read either in North America, in Europe. If you guys know of any books that take place in South America, Africa, Antarctica, or the Arctic, in Australia or New Zealand, in the Middle East, Asia, Russia, or in an island, let me know. I will be more than happy to read them. Actually, I think I have a book that I can put for an island, like that I can read and put on there. But again, if you guys have any, let me know. And actually, I lied. Let me show you guys one more page. This is not like a rating challenge page, but it's actually a really fun page, and it's one that a lot of people like seeing me do on TikTok. So that's kind of cool. I mean, by a lot of people, I probably mean a handful of people. Anyway, so I also update these on TikTok. So I tend to write. I actually am behind. I need to color these in. And I think I need to color these 2 in as well. But usually when I have like about 3, I start coloring them in, and I try to kind of pick colors that go, you know, that are on the cover, or designs that are on there, and then write it in on there, just, you know, just for fun, as like a creative outlet. So I put in some music, I film it, I put it on TikTok, and people enjoy it. So yeah. So anyway, that is where I'm at. My reading goals, my reading challenges, and these are just for fun. I feel like it pushes me to read other books that I normally wouldn't. Like for example, on there, like the horror and thriller. I think those I'm kind of saving for like the fall. But yeah, I'm excited to continue with this. You don't have to, if you don't have it in like your budget and stuff to get a reading journal and stuff, you can definitely DIY it. There's so many things online that you can do. If you want any ideas, let me know, and I'm more than happy to like send some stuff. I've actually been thinking about maybe making like templates and having them available online, so let me know. But yeah, that's that. And now next onto the book haul. So again, I'm trying not to buy books simply because I'm trying to, first of all, be responsible with my money, and second of all, read the books that I haven't read, that I own physically, because I literally, like, I have 2 books that my sister-in-law let me borrow. Have not given them back to her. She let me borrow these months ago. And then I have other books that I've been buying and I haven't gotten through them. But these I actually have a reason for, except for one of them. But Anyway, okay, so there was a book signing this past weekend and it was in Santa Monica, California, and it was Y'all West. I actually found out about it because Lauren Roberts, who is the author of Powerless, was gonna be there, and I saw it on her Instagram and I was like, what the heck is Y'all West? And it was here in California, and I ended up finding out it's a free festival that occurs every year. I actually was able to meet Lauren and I got the book signed. So I have it on here. She was super nice. I posted like a little clip of it on Instagram, but it was just at the Santa Monica Public Library. That was on Friday. The main event is on Saturday, but again, it's a free book signing event and certain authors were there. So I already had Powerless, and that's actually the main reason why I went. However, there were other authors that were gonna be there on Friday since I couldn't go on Saturday. And I figured, you know what, let me get their books and hopefully I get to meet them. So the very first one that I got was Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I haven't read this book yet. It's been on my TBR for a long time. What I do know about it, and I wrote it here, is that essentially the heroine partners up with death, and she, like, death is like the hero, I think. Not 100% sure, and she's trying to figure out what really happened with her mother's death. Adeline Grace, she's so pretty and she's so nice. I mean, yeah, she was like so sweet. I got my book signed by her as well. So yeah, Belladonna, her book covers too, and I let her know her book covers are so pretty. If you've seen the book covers for Belladonna, obviously this is Belladonna, but if you've seen it for Foxglove and Wisteria, so pretty. Like, they're just so pretty to look at. But yeah, I ended up getting this book. The second one that I got was, this is a new to me author. I think she is a newer author. I'm not 100% sure, but this is Me Trying. Now, I'm gonna, full disclosure, the title caught my name, or like caught my attention, simply because it reminded me of Taylor Swift's song. Just full disclosure. I'm not 100% sure if the author is a Swiftie or not. That doesn't matter, but Raquel Marie was there and I got to go to her table and I bought her book, and I was also able to get it signed. She's so sweet. She was super nice, and also she had these at her table that she was giving out for free. So this is for this book here. And then this is for another book, and it caught my attention because I actually play in a women's soccer league, like just here locally, and we play on Sundays. And I was like, wait, do you have like a soccer romance? And she was like, yeah, I do. I think I asked her, yeah, I was like, oh, like, did you play soccer? She's like, yeah, actually, I played soccer growing up. I'm like, oh, how cool. Like, I actually currently play soccer in a women's league. So we started talking about soccer and just like what position she played. We found out we played the same position. So anyway, that was really cool. But I am really excited to read this one. This one, I do think you should check your triggers, because I do know it has to do with the heroine's boyfriend committing suicide and her having to go through grief and loss and trying to like find her way again. So check the triggers, but I'm excited to read this book by her as well. Another super nice author is Legendborn by Tracy Dion. I haven't read her book. Again, I've seen this book everywhere. I've heard about it. I think now she has the third. I know for sure the second book is out because I almost bought the second book, but I figured I'm like, let me start with the first one since I'm technically not supposed to be buying books. But she was there. She was so nice. She signed my book here as well. And she also had these at her table, which I thought were super cool. Like, they're just graphics that go with the book. And everybody that was in her line to get their book signed was like, you literally needed to read this book yesterday because it is so good. Like, her whole series is super good. So I'm excited to read this book by her as well. This one also sounds really cool. So I know this one has like magic, I believe demons, and she ends up having some sort of like reveal to her that makes her think that the death of her mom wasn't what people are making it out to be, and so she's trying to get to the bottom of it. And it even says here, some legacies are meant to be broken. It just sounds so good. I saw people that had this like annotated, so I'm just excited to read this. And again, she was so nice, she's so sweet. She like complimented my makeup and everything. I was like, totally didn't have to do that, but that was so nice of you. This is the one that I've seen everywhere. I actually saw a special edition and I was like, oh, it's so pretty, I want to buy it. But I'm like, dude, you haven't even read the book yet. Like, you can't get special edition yet. But she was also there, Hassa Faisal. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but this is for A Tempest of Tea. Unfortunately, I didn't get to get my book signed by her. Her line was capped, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get it signed, but I've heard really great things about this book. I've heard that it's really good. And also, I had no idea that this was about vampires. Like, I didn't even know. And I kind of was going through like a vampire kick like 2 months ago. And I'm like, dude, I didn't know that. And I guess, you know what? I never really paid attention to the mug. It's literally bright red. Like, it looks like blood. But anyway, I had no idea that it had to do with vampires, so I am excited to read this book as well. Another author whose line was also capped, I wasn't able to get it signed. Lauren Roberts, Hafsa, and Stephanie Garber were all at the same time. So my priority was Lauren Roberts because I freaking love Powerless, but Stephanie Garber was also there, and this is Once Upon a Broken Heart. I've heard mixed things about it, but I have heard mainly positive reviews or like medium reviews, and I want to make my own opinion. So this one, basically the heroine is trying to stop the love of her life from marrying someone else, and so she ends up allying with the Prince of Hearts. Yes, the Prince of Hearts, to try to come up with a way to stop him from marrying whoever it is that he's gonna marry. So it sounds intriguing enough. I've seen this book everywhere, and I don't know, a lot of people were in her line, and even someone that I saw in the Lauren Roberts line was saying that they went to a Barnes & Noble signing for her books, and that people were there until like midnight trying to get their book signed. So I'm guessing it's a good book. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to read it. Last but not least, while I was buying these books, preparing for the book signing, I happened to see this and I bought it. I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I know that the heroine is betrayed by her husband, and she's basically exposed and put into like these trials, and so they're fighting, I think it's like magic or gifts. I'm not really sure what the system is, but they end up finding out that she has like a drop from the goddess's blood, which is supposed to be like a really big deal. Again, I haven't read it, so I'm not sure. But really the main reason why I got this one, the author had said that basically once the first publishings of the book was done, they were all gonna have plain edges, and I happened to find a book that had the metallic blue sprayed edges, and really the only difference was that like this book is white and it has like that on there, and like this is blue, and I guess the new prints were gonna be blue with this in white, and they weren't gonna have sprayed edges. I remember after she announced that, when I saw it at the store again, I was like, oh, maybe I should buy it because, you know, she's not gonna have them anymore, and they were all white. They were not the sprayed edges anymore. And when I found this one, I'm like, I think it's a sign that I need to get it. So I ended up getting it. Plus I've heard really, really good things about it, so I feel like I'm really gonna like it anyway. So based on my girl math, I feel like it's okay that I bought it. I don't know. Those are the books that I bought for the book signing. Again, I'm gonna try not to buy another book for at least the next 2 months, because I am going to a book signing in August, and I already know I'm gonna probably spend some money on that. I know myself, I'm gonna buy them. But so those were all the books that I got for that. But with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know if what your reading goals are, how you're doing with your reading goals. I'm really curious to see. Also, let me know if you have any suggestions for any of my challenges that'll help, whether it's for the on the cover challenge or for like a specific time. Like I was telling you guys, there's some for like the 1880s and stuff. I have no idea what types of books I can find for that. And also let me know which one you think I should start with, because from these books that I hauled, I have no idea which one to start with. My TBR, I actually saw this online and it said my TBR is longer than my life expectancy, which maybe sounds a little bit morbid, but to me, it made me laugh. I thought it was hilarious because I was like, no, seriously, like I feel like I'm adding at least 5 books every week to my TBR. So yeah, the struggle is real. But let me know if you have any suggestions with the books that I showed, which one I should read from here so that I can get through these and lift my book buying ban that I have implemented on myself once I actually physically read all the books that I own. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.